You're listening to the audio production of Take Your Seat at the Table. Live an authentic life of abundance, wellness, and freedom by your one and only Anthony O'Neill. Published by Thomas Nelson and read by me, the author. To every individual who's tired of watching their life from the sidelines, ready to take the driver's seat and forge the life they are destined to lead, this one is for you. Introduction. Okay, Anthony, you got this. I was pacing back and forth in my church office, trying to settle everything down before making the biggest presentation of my life up to that point. My office wasn't large, so my pacing was more like walking around in a little circle over and over. Step, step, turn, step, step, turn, step, step, turn. You got this, Anthony. You can do this. My voice didn't sound nervous in my own ears, which was a good sign, but I sure felt nervous. Face flushed and warm, a few drops of sweat on my forehead and the back of my neck, heart thudding, stomach a little queasy. Uh-oh, some kind of weird noise came rumbling out of my gut. A cross between a growl and a gurgle. Okay, maybe my stomach was a lot queasy. I hurried across the hall to the bathroom and sat down on the toilet for a few moments. Leaning my head into my hands, I had to fight against falling asleep. You see, I would have been too anxious the night before to rest. After a few hours, I gotten tired of just lying there on the bed, so I got up and practiced my presentation several more times. Back in my office, I pulled the presentation up on my iPad for a final review. I was a youth pastor at the church, and I was about to join a meeting to plan a major youth conference for later in the year. If you've never been in youth ministry, you may not know those types of conferences are like the Super Bowl of the youth leaders. They take a ton of planning and often require way more resources than a youth budget would typically include. But the returns can be massive. Teenagers coming to faith, big connections being established, new families joining the church. Those kinds of events can make or break a ministry, and I was determined for this one to be a huge success. I had all kinds of notes ready to go for my presentation. All the speakers I wanted to bring in, how I would make the best use of the church's multi-purpose room, how I plan to maximize our connections with local high schools, all the steps I would...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?